Rajdeep, who continues to be with us. Rajdeep, we're talking about his association with the BJP, wherein he formed the government in the year 1989 with the outside support of the BJP. Talk to us a little about the manner in which Mulayam Singh also hobnobbed with Kanchi Ram's BSP in the year 1993 and the equation with Mayawati from there on.
You know, we are now 30 years after those events, so it's very easy in hindsight to blame one group or the other for the fracturing of the Mandal alliance that had been carved in the late 1980s. But the fact is, at the time, Sneha, when Mulayam Singh Yadav emerged, UP's politics had been so deeply upper caste dominated. The Brahman Thakur so dominated UP's politics that for Mulayam Singh Yadav, he had to break several doors to get where he did. And then the forces that were unleashed eventually resulted in the emergence of the Bahujan Samaj Party and the Samajwadi Party. And the internal differences were so sharp that while in 1993 together they could win an election and actually take on the might of Kamandal, the might of the BJP that was also rising with the wider Hindutva base, by 1995, it had become obvious that these differences between the BSP cadres and the SP cadres had become almost irreconcilable. You had Mulayam Singh Yadav, who crafted a strong Muslim Yadav alliance for himself and for the Samajwadi Party, and you had Kanchi Ram with Mayawati as his mascot, crafting a Dalit Bahujan base. And the conflicts on the ground were such that they could never have survived in power for too long. But at their peak, they challenged the BJP's dominance. The BJP emerged through Kalyan Singh, again an OBCization of its politics. But the Mandal versus Mandir conflict that took place in 1990s was very, very deeply entrenched and bitter. And today, while Amit Shah ji and Modi ji are paying respects to Mulayam Singh, if we turn the clock back to 30 years ago, it was Mulayam Singh who stood against the march of the BJP in Uttar Pradesh. Today the BJP is the dominant party, but it took the BJP over 20 years after the demolition of the Babri Masjid to emerge as the leading majority party of UP. And the only reason for that was because the likes of Mulayam Singh Yadav stood up to the BJP when others around them were crumbling, especially the Congress party. So Mulayam Singh will be seen as an important figure in the dramatic transformation of the politics of North India, from the upper caste dominated politics of North India to the mandalized politics, which today has been in a way embraced by the BJP as well. In that sense, it was a dramatic period in Indian politics, and a lot of churning that took place. Several governments were short-lived, but Mulayam Singh and indeed Kanchi Ram and Mayawati were important figures at that particular time.
You know, Rajdeep, I believe it wouldn't be much of a stretch if I say that after JP and Lohia, Mulayam Singh Yadav was the tallest socialist leader in the country, in a sense, at least in the Hindi heartland. He'd established himself as an OBC stalwart and also the socialist leader that he was, isn't it?
Yes, particularly when he was in the opposition. That's what I said. Once he came to power, there will be those who will say that some of those socialist urges got lost along the way. That somewhere, when he entered the phase where Amar Singh became his Man Friday, there will be questions raised as to whether Mulayam Singh remained as loyal to his original Lohiite socialist ideology. But yes, in terms of power politics, in terms of being able to play the game of political musical chairs, certainly Mulayam Singh Yadav was a step ahead of most of his socialist contemporaries who lost out over an extended period. Ideologically, the likes of Madhu Limay and many others of that generation were perhaps way ahead. But Mulayam Singh's ability to play the power political game astutely is what stood out. I'm sure Rahul has more anecdotes, but the fact is a lot of people were betrayed by Mulayam Singh Yadav on the way he climbed on the backs of many people to reach where he did. So he was a power politician who had started off life as embracing socialism.